yesterday to basically a long block. I still haven't torqued down the head bolts. Had a little bit of an issue with the head gasket because we are running a TSX K24 head on the k20a block, and I think I ordered the TSX head gasket this time, where I believe Mike used the RSX one last time, and the dowel pins was a bit of an issue, but we figured it out. I need to get this engine assembled, get it back on the cradle, and get it in the car. My garage is a mess, it's a clutter, and I hate it when it's like this. I'm literally down here at 7 in the morning because all last night I kept thinking, man, I really left the garage with the tools laying around and didn't clean up, and it's driving me crazy. So we're here in the early start. It's 23 degrees. Now, if you remember the last video, I was in shorts, okay? It's crazy what a month will do, right? I did a lot of changes on the build over the last month, just little small tweaks on things I didn't like when I put it together. I'm one of those people that I'm not really good at doing like clean sheet fabrication. I'll quickly make something, see what I like and don't like about it, and then I'll make different iterations. It's kind of like software that way. It's like I put it this way, I think it could be better this way. And a lot of what I'm doing is I'm trying to plan ahead to where, okay, is this serviceable in the car? What do I have to take off to get to that? I mean, I even modified the cradle again, just so I can hopefully be able to remove the oil pan with the engine in the car. It's little things like that. I learned that with the 3800 turbo build on my 88. I went through so many engines. Then that's where I came up with the quick disconnect for the wiring harness, because I didn't like to go inside my car, but that's a 14,000 mile car, so the interior is pristine. So if you don't have to get in there when you're dirty, greasy, and taking things apart, I think that's better. So that's why some people ask me, why would you have the complexity of, quick disconnect wiring where it's just a little bit, shift knob, shifter plate, center console, all that, just to get to the wiring. I don't want to have to do any of that. My next thing is the throttle cable, and hold on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, on the K-Series, if you start out with a V6 Fiero, the throttle body on the Honda K-Series will end up almost in the exact location of the V6. That's good. The only problem is that is what Honda uses for the end of the throttle cable. And so on the bracket, you got these nuts that you can move the cable in and out to adjust how your pedal feels. Do you want a super sensitive throttle pedal, or do you want one with a little bit of slack? And so I sent pictures of this over to David at California Push Pull. I sent him pictures, which I'll put a picture in here, of the stock Fiero throttle cable end. And he's like, yeah, just give me the measurement overall, blah, 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 and I'll make you up one using this end on it. And then I know from now on, every case swap that I do, we'll have to replace the throttle cable, and it'll be perfect. Have I talked enough? I think I've talked. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna shut up and get to work now. All right. Well, it is a new day. Next step is we need to replace the screen and the gasket for the pt.56 solenoid. Picked up a brand new, genuine Honda. Let's get that replaced. The screen's pretty clean. I believe that is good. Let's get this pt.56 solenoid installed. So yesterday, while I was down here working, it's really cold. There's a lot of grease and oil and stuff laying around. And so I didn't bring Cindy down here with me. And she doesn't like it when I go places without her. So when I went upstairs yesterday after I was done, I found that the case of bottled water that I keep under the table out of the way, this house here is pretty small, Well, she got bored and decided to chew the tops off of a brand new thing of bottled water. About 5 of them. Chewed the lids, water all over the kitchen floor. And I knew something was wrong because when I went in the door, she kind of stayed off to the side. And she just had that look that, yup, count down to where I'm busted. That dog, I love her, but man, she drives me crazy sometimes. Click. And click. Alright. I believe it's time to get the timing chain cover on now. Yeah, I know it's been taking me a while to get this thing assembled, but it is my first time building the Honda engine, so I'm going very slow, trying to be very methodical, mark all the timing marks with a paint pen, torque all the bolts, mark the ones that have been torqued, you know, critical stuff. So, just going to go really slow and hopefully get this thing right the first time. At least that's the plan. Don't forget the key. Belt is on. That just don't seem like a lot of wrap for the water pump. connections all buttoned up. I just did the lash. It was set pretty tight, but I followed the k20a specs, so the lash is set to 10 intake, 12 exhaust. So let's get this valve cover on.
girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done.
Honda K series I've ever built. We'll see how it works, or if it does. But if it doesn't work, it was a manufacturer defect or something like that. Is that a very obvious wink? Alright, so all we have left to do is, once I get out the engine stand, I need to install the rear main seal, attach the flywheel, pressure plate, clutch, all that good stuff, get the transmission slipped on, mount, and get this back on the ground. That'll be a job for the next video.